morning, Pentagram City. You're tuning into KLLR's 66.6 FM for your news, weather, cuisine, and oldies. Funny how we should call them oldies when I know many of my esteemed colleagues, who may be listening at this very evening, are still very much young at heart. Perhaps you've heard, although I have no idea how one might have, with my instruments being off air for the past 7 years, that a new hotel has opened up on the outskirts of town. Supposedly a place for wayward souls to mope about before moving up to heaven. Who in their right mind would want to leave such a joyous and lively atmosphere as this? Does heaven have gambling and gourmet, cuts of electric chair grilled murderer? I think not, dear listener. Terrible thing about the exterminations being moved up, though. Well, not for those of us who enjoy a good slaughter. But yes, it's so good to finally be back on the air. You're probably wondering what's been keeping me, aren't you? Well, to tell you the truth, Oh, an avid listener seems to be dying to welcome me home.
Yeah, no, we are not doing that again.
Why not?
Because you'd have to pay VoxTech the licensing fee, and you already ignore all my invoices, and texts, and calls, and faxes, and letters, and mariachi bands!
Another time, then? Perhaps.
Wait. Do you want to do it again? Seriously?
Why not? The hotel's been rather empty and dull these past weeks, and I highly doubt that'll be changing anytime soon. A little banter could perk me up. Besides, my audience finds you somewhat entertaining. For some asinine reason.
Your audience of like what? Like 20 people? Besides Rosie and Susan?
Never mind. Goodbye, Vox.
Hold on, darling. You don't want to disappoint Rosie, do you? So then let's do it in a different kind of way.
Here we go again with your big ideas that are gonna change the world. What divine inspiration stuck you this time, huh?
First, you have to call a truce.
All right. You have 5 minutes to convince me not to eat you.
Right. So, imagine this. What if we combine the personality of a live radio broadcast with the accessibility of my new media distribution?
A podcast.
No, a vodcast.
You can't just describe something which already exists and then add a V to it as though you invented it.
I'm not!
Are you done now? Besides, a podcast with you is a terrible idea. There's nothing in it for me but a little help whittling away at my immortality. And everything in it for you as you slowly wring secrets and battle plans out in our conversations. Is this plan B after your silly spy snake failed to do anything worthwhile? Speaking with you at all is dangerous and could jeopardize not only the safety of the residents, but the sanctity of Charlie's mission as a whole. And not to mention how annoying you are to be around in general.
While you were yapping, I drew up our logo.
That seems awfully familiar.
Well, there's only so many ways that a V and an A can scissor each other. Metaphorically, I mean.
All right. Fine. But I want to name it.
Go ahead.
I need to know what it's all about first. Media analysis? Social commentary?
Oh, I don't know. Just anything interesting that comes to mind. Anything from A to...
B?
Now you're the one adding V's to things which already exist, you fucking hypocrite.
Yes, well, I do it artistic integrity.
Fine. The A2V vodcast. 2 shows a month minimum, and a permanent truth zone inside this studio.
And no artificial intelligence.
No artificial intelligence besides myself. Plus a taco truck on Fridays.
With a cannibal option?
Obviously, I'm not going to discriminate against a valid dietary lifestyle.
Then maybe I may be amicable to this little arrangement. It could be fun to banter with an old pal.
Shake on it.
Righty-ho.
Good. Now, let there be sign!
What? A video feed? This wasn't part of the deal!
What did you think the V in vodka stood for?
For you ecclesiastical narcissist!
Should have listened to the fine print.
And what have you done to my desk?
Our desk?
But this face was made for radio!
You know that's not a compliment, right? The joke is whoever told you that was politely calling you ugly, which, while not inaccurate, is pretty sad, especially if it was your dearly departed mother.
You ever mention my mother again, and I'll...
Try it! The truth zone extends to the walls of this radio tower. But if I catch you outside, of course, it's on fucking sight! What?
It's just... I suddenly imagined you going outside and socializing.
I have more friends than you ever will! Mama's boy.
Payroll doesn't count.
Then we're both batting at an average of like 0.
I have tons of friends.
Trust me, babe. You'll realize how many friends you actually have when I crush you! And no one comes running in to save you.
Good thing that'll never happen then, isn't it?
Never say never.
You don't say babe. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the A2V vodcast.
Can I say something controversial?
Would anything I said stop you?
We should be thanking heaven for the exterminations.
You can't say that on air.
I mean, why not? Think about it. Nobody builds new architecture anymore. And that fuck-ass glowing pentagram in the sky isn't exactly expanding. Without the exterminations, our social infrastructure would collapse within half a decade. Rent would be prohibitive, unemployment rampant, wages race to the fucking bottom. The streets would be lined with so many more impoverished souls than you and I would even know what to do with. And how do you sell porn and microwaves to people who can't afford to fuck or eat?
Well, nobody needs to fornicate, and they could just eat each other.
I'd rather starve than cut fucking out of my budget. Thank you.
What, Valentino charges you?
Anyways, let's face it, Lucifer himself needs the exterminations. Otherwise, revolution would be knocking at his shiny gilded cage. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with it all.
I believe we should end the vodcast for today before your conspiracy theories get us both killed.
Well, fair enough, but before we leave you faithful viewers, I'd like to read you a word from our sponsor!
How could we possibly already have a sponsor?
By ever so graciously clicking the link in the description, you too can provide clean drinking water and venison to disenfranchised radio demons in your area.
What?
Allow me to level with you, dear viewers. Alastor's been unemployed for 7 years. Look at his matted fur and tattered jacket. He's clearly destitute.
Stop it.
The poor thing had to take a volunteer position at a one-star hotel just to have a place to rest his fuzzy little ears.
Oh, for Lucifer's sake.
But becoming Alastor's sugar daddy has benefits!
It absolutely does not!
Once a month, we'll be recording a special late-night episode of the Vodcast with all kinds of content which just can't be hosted on family-friendly platforms these days.
I'm absolutely terrified of what that might mean.
Viewers will have to tune in to find out.
Are there any other rewards they can look forward to?
Take a look.
Why? Is being your sugar daddy cheaper than being mine?
Well, that's because I'm a more popular product. It's simple economics.
Just because you act like a cheap whore doesn't mean you have to price yourself like one.
Okay, we're done for today. Like and subscribe, or I will kill your fucking grandma! Fox out.
Fox out? Seriously?
Take five. Hello, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. I'm Mouse, the artist and writer. I'm so happy to finally have a little outlet for all of the silly jokes I make on my Twitter. And working with these two incredible voice actors has just been the most amazing experience this past week. Thank you so much, Voice Vox and Tilted Fire, the voice of Vox and Alastor respectively, for helping me put this together. And oh my gosh, this has been frankly amazing, and I really hope we can make some more. And like your support by liking, subscribing, and if you want to throw a little money to the Patreon. That would be amazing. You'll be supporting like 3 little humans in the fandom, just trying to make cool shit for you guys. So, check it out. I hope you you'll enjoy the next couple of episodes we'll be putting together for you. And yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for listening, liking, subscribing, and checking out the Patreon. Thank you.